Before we go to the actual topic of divorces and alimony and other things connected to Income Tax Act and alimony, we are going to just take a look at the recent, the most discussed cases you could say in Bollywood, where a lot of heavy alimony was paid by the film stars. So these were the most discussed cases. That one was of Hrithik Roshan and Suzanne Khan, and Hrithik Roshan was said to pay nearly 380 crores of alimony to her. And second case is of that of Arbaz Khan and Malaika Arora Khan, where he had paid her nearly 10 to 15 crores. Another was where Amir Khan paid 50 crores to his first wife. And again, when he got the second divorce with Kiran Rao, he had paid nearly 500 crores rupees for alimony. So these were the cases where a lot of alimony was paid by the film stars. Now, what is happening currently is that there is a rising divorce case in India. So the rates have gone up. Now, basically, I had received a couple of inquiries stating that tell us if alimony that has been received in the case of the divorce is basically taxable or not under Income Tax Act. So that's why I thought I'll just share these things in the video so that you can go through and understand the details, because there are certain cases where alimony is taxable, certain cases where it is not taxable. With these rising divorce rates, what we have found is that in metro cities, the rate of divorces have increased to nearly 50 to 60% rise, you can say, in the earlier cases. So now why these are rising, that's a separate topic and we can debate on and discuss on that later. Now what our interest is in today's video is basically connected to the payment of alimony. Now what is alimony basically? Alimony is basically the amount which is paid to the most of the times in the cases where the husband pays an amount to the wife as a compensation for the divorce. So where in India still we find that many a times the woman, even if they are working women, still they claim for alimony due to certain causes by they because of which they claim that they have suffered in the relationship, and it's as good as a compensation for that. So there are certain cases also, but quite rare, where we find alimony is paid not by the husband but by the wife to the husband in certain cases. But overall, we find that alimony, most of the cases, is paid from the husband to the wife as a compensation for the divorce that they are having. So basically, it could be paid once, that is in terms of lump sum, or it could be paid on monthly basis, as just like you give a maintenance charge every month to the ex-wife. Now, this maintenance charge, most of the cases, may be related to when there are children. So, to take care of the children, the wife has got the custody of the children in the case of the divorce, and so the compensation would be paid to the wife for maintenance of herself as well as the children. So, this depends on what amount of alimony is paid, whether it's paid lump sum, whether it's paid as a compensation per month. So, depending on that and depending on the amounts and the nature of it, the taxation of alimony will differ. So we are going to take a look at these. Now, first of all, if we have to see, the alimony would be whether that alimony is deductible as an expenditure from the point of view of the giver. So if the husband is giving the alimony to the wife, is that particular alimony taken as his expenditure? So that is the first thing that we need to understand. And second point of view that we need to understand is whether or not the receiver, that is, let's suppose that the wife has received the alimony, whether that receiver, the amount is taxable in the hands of the receiver or not. So now, first of all, take the viewpoint of the giver. That is, let's say, suppose the giver is the husband and he has to give the alimony to the wife. Is this tax deductible? Now, if you take a general understanding of alimony, alimony is treated as a compensation paid for the divorce in case of, like, you can say, a personal amount paid from the husband to the wife. It is not like a business expenditure, right? There is no business undertaking here. So since it is not a business expenditure, it is not tax deductible. What do we mean by tax deductible? It means you cannot claim this amount as expenditure when you're computing your business profit and loss. Because if that was claimed as tax deductible, huge amounts of alimony gone from one place to another, and tax saving could have happened based on this. So obviously the government has disallowed this. Why they are disallowed this is basically it is paid off from the tax paid income. So it is from the first, let's say you are getting a profit or salary or whatever, and you have already paid tax on it. Whatever amount remains in hand, from this you are paying the alimony. This is what is assumed. Second important thing is it is treated just like personal expense. It is not a business expense. So the giver does not get any kind of benefit in terms of taxation. Remember this. So even if he gives a huge lump sum amount, even if he gives a monthly compensation, in both cases, the alimony will not be tax deductible. So there is no kind of tax saving or tax planning that can happen in the case of giving of the alimony to the person paying it. So the giver has no such benefit. In a way, he actually pays the tax first and then gives from the remainder amount of the tax paid income, he gives the alimony. So remember this. So before paying the alimony, tax is already paid off. Second important thing, now let's see the point of view of the receiver. Now the receiver may get it in the format of lump sum as discussed earlier, or they may get it on monthly basis. Now let's take a viewpoint of lump sum basis. If it is paid on lump sum basis, then what happens? This is treated as a capital income or inward, like it's a capital receipt. So if just like you can say a personal gift being transferred from one person to another is considered as a capital receipt. It is not a business receipt. It is not an income as such in considered in the hands of the taxpayer. So if an amount is coming from relatives, friends, family, just for the purpose of capital amount receipt, then it is not treated as any kind of income, right? So if it is not given, if it is given in from a relative to another relative, it's like just like a gift amount which is transferred. So no tax would be payable on lump sum. Remember this. So in the case of Income Tax Act also, they say that, okay, alimony, if it is received in lump sum, no need of payment of tax. So no taxability of alimony on lump sum payments. So this is quite clear from the act, whatever it has stated. Now, second is in case of viewpoint of receiver, we want to see monthly basis. Now here there is a gray area. It depends. So on what does it depend? It depends on the amount paid. Now, suppose the wife has a monthly payment of, or rather the monthly expenditure of the wife is considered to be, let's say, as 30,000 rupees. Suppose we forget about the part of payment towards children and the compensation of expenses and other such things. Let's say the wife is there are no children, and the alimony is paid to the wife on monthly basis. So if that is the case, then that amount will not be taxable. If at all, it is paid to the extent of the lifestyle of the wife. If it is paid more than that. Now, let's suppose how. Suppose, as I assumed in this case, 30,000 rupees per month was the normal expenditure of the wife. If the husband is paying 1 lakh or 1,50,000 or 2 lakh rupees as alimony per month, it could be considered, I'm not saying it will be considered, I'm saying it may be considered, it could be considered as excess payment for luxury expenditures. And whatever extra is paid, let's say above 50,000, suppose, if you're paying 2 lakh of alimony per month and 50,000 is the expenditure of the wife, then 1,50,000 rupees will be considered as luxury expense or luxury amount received, and this can be charged under income tax. So this is a gray area. We can't say it is black and white in this case, yes or no in this case. If it is on monthly basis, there could be taxation on excess. Now, what is excess? How much is to be considered as excess? All that can be debatable. So you may have disputes and you may have issues here if you're talking of monthly alimony payment in excess of the lifestyle of the wife. Now, if the wife's lifestyle is like she's a model or she's like a celebrity or somebody, and the lifestyle demands in her case the amount per month spending to be, let's say, 5 lakh rupees or more than that also, then this entire amount will be exempt in the hands of the wife, and basically there will be no income tax levied if it matches the lifestyle of the wife. But in other cases, let's say the wife is a middle class wife and or a lower middle class wife, and 5 lakh rupees per month is paid as alimony, this could be treated as excess, and whatever is excess can be or may be charged to income tax, right? So this is all the entire viewpoint in relation to the receiver. So receiver's viewpoint would be in terms of lump sum and monthly. Lump sum, no gray area, entire amount will be exempt, whereas monthly may be disputable. So hopefully these views on these terms are clear to you in relation to alimony and income tax. So whatever is taxed, what is not taxed, hope that is clear. If you have any questions, you may also put it in the comments. I may put it in the next video or answer to you in the comment section itself. So if you find this video useful, do press a like and just share what your comments are on this. And at the same time, if you wish to pass on this information to others, do share the video and join this channel, this journey of Commerce Gyan, to update your knowledge on commerce, new things, terms, legalities, and whatever is happening in the economy, current affairs, all that. So hope you join and subscribe this channel of Commerce Gyan, and hope to see you in the next video of this channel. Thank you.